The Santa Clarita 4th of July Parade is brought to you by SCB TV, the City of Santa Clarita, the Walt Disney Company, Valencia Auto Center, Global Protective Services, and the Saugus Cafe.
Welcome back. We're going to go on over to Jane, who's actually spoken to the California Rangers earlier.
Hi, I'm Jade Spirit, and what's your name?
Maria Martinez.
And what's the name of your organization?
California Rangers.
What do you guys do?
We're a military horseback riding team that teaches kids ages 9 to 18 to horseback ride while learning military courtesy, leadership skills, and many other life lessons.
Wow, sounds really fun. What are you going to do for to celebrate 4th of July?
We'll be marching and presenting the flags with our color guard, and we'll be representing our organization and showing how much pride we have of our country.
Sounds very patriotic. Thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you.
Back to you, Tammy and Spread.
Thank you, Jade. As you can see, Jade is 14 years old, has been covering our parade for 3 or 4 years, and we're real happy to have her part of the team. And here we have the California Rangers. During World War II, the 9th Army Service Command formed a cavalry unit of high school-aged boys to assist the Civil Patrol of Southern California. In 1944, this unit incorporated as a nonprofit youth organization known as the California Rangers. Let's watch them do what they do.
Doing a little dismounted drill, as we used to call that. Very nice entry.
The Rangers is open to both boys and girls between the ages of 9 and 18 and does not require horse ownership. For more information on how your child can be part of the California Rangers, visit their website at californiarangers.org. Another great organization. And here we have coming up 2 people that make Santa Clarita a great place. Man and Woman of the Year, Bill Lively and Cheryl Gray. Besides practicing law in the Santa Clarita for over 30 years, Bill likes to participate in community events and organizations and can always be counted on to help in any way he can. Bill is married to Kathy, who's a local girl, and they have 3 children.
Yeah, Man and Woman of the Year. You know, it's they have an event every year, but it really recognizes people who make a contribution to the community over a period of time, and these are people that you can always depend on to jump in and contribute.
I sit on a board with Cheryl Gray. Cheryl Gray also is part of Zonta, the Assistance League, the Senior Center, Henry Mayo Newhall Hospital, Carousel Ranch, Circle of Hope, the Arthritis Walk, Chamber of Commerce, and annual golf tournament for ALS. Great human beings there. And we're going to go right on into the All SCV High School Marching Band. This is a mixture of all of our high schools from the William S. Hart School District that come together. This is all voluntary, and they give up their summer to practice for this and join us today. And as you know, Fred, we've got award-winning bands here in Santa Clarita. Dedication for these teenagers to give up their summer day and come out here and do this and honor our country.
And we need to also acknowledge the adults that put this together. You know, putting a group of high school musicians together on the 4th of July after school's been out for several weeks, it takes a lot of organization. And Tammy and I both would like to thank the kids for coming out during their summer vacation, and the adults to help them do that.
Yeah. Probably have a chance here to thank a couple of our sponsors. We want to thank AV Party Rentals and AV Equipment Rental for all their contributions today. This can't be done without the team, and we're a big team here. So here we have SunPower by Green Convergence. SunPower by Green Convergence has been voted the best solar and roofing contractor 3 years in a row. Let SunPower by Green Convergence help you cut electricity costs dramatically this summer while you save money.
Yeah, today is their kind of day, isn't it?
It certainly is
It
their
is.
kind of
Generate
day.
a lot of electricity today, can't they?
SunPower invites you to stop by their office anytime and see how solar can work for you. And they're handing out candy. And they go right past us with that candy, Fred.
Yeah, what is up with that? We'll have to talk to management about that.
We're
Tammy.
gonna have to.
Right.
SunPower's got some bicyclists with signs that say mom and volunteer. It's a fun entry. They're having fun out there today. Here's some of that music the band's playing. Kind of reminds me of those Hart football days, huh?
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, next to the last is to sing the alma mater. I might even remember a little of that.
All
But you won't hear it
hail,
today.
Hart,
Yeah.
Here we have Straightening Reins. Straightening Reins is a nonprofit organization that offers youth the chance to learn about confidence and positive choices in a non-threatening ranch environment. This is their first 4th of July parade, and we're so happy that they're here. Today they are represented by youth that regularly volunteer at the ranch. In addition, they have with them their mini donkeys, Snickers and Spirit. They've also brought with them some goats, Romeo and Frosty. I think next to the fire engines, I think these little animals steal the show.
Oh, they're fun. Yeah, those goats are as big as the little horses that we saw, aren't they?
They sure are. Here come the donkeys.
Yeah, little burro.
You know, back in the day, Fred, it wasn't odd to see donkeys and goats and horses. They were all over the Santa Clarita Valley.
Yeah, it was a much more equestrian-oriented environment then. And Santa Clarita had a lot of people who worked in the movie industry, kind of, I call, second-level people that worked as stunt people and extras and grips and all kinds of things. Lots and lots of people. And still today, there's a lot of people in the industry that live here in Santa Clarita.
Absolutely. Just a great place to live, work, and play, as we like to say on SCV today.
That's right.
Here we have our Santa Clarita Public Library. Santa Clarita Public Library teen volunteers are promoting the library's summer reading program. Were you much of a reader, Fred?
You know what? I was. And in those days, they used to have a mobile library. We grew up out in San Francisco Canyon. And they would come by once a week. A wonderful woman named Mimi White. Great, great woman.
Mimi White.
And Mimi would, loan us the books and make sure we turned them back in once a week. And so all during the summer, we had a chance to read all kinds of stuff. And wonderful program.
All ages are encouraged to sign up at one of the library branches for Pause to Read. Read for fun and receive weekly prizes. Families can visit the Valencia, Canyon Country, and Old Town Newhall Library to learn more about the program and many fun activities at your library this summer. And the library is bringing us some pencils. Thanks, library.
Thank you so much.
Here we have the Phil Am Association of SCV. Phil Am Association of SCV Inc. has been participating in the 4th of July parade for many years. The association was established 31 years ago with the mission of promoting and upholding Philippine culture, heritage, and legacy through several cultural programs, scholastic programs, civic, and humanitarian activities.
Yeah, that's a great. Those are great entries in the parade. We always enjoy them. That it just shows the great diversity of our country. On the day of celebration of its independence, and the collection of all of these organizations are the people that we are.
This year, the Phil-Am Association reflects on the theme, Our Heroes, not as individual personalities, but as a group known for people power. A nonviolent revolution in 1986 that caught the attention of the world and was widely known as the victory of the Filipino people against the rule and oppression of the Marcos regime.
What would a parade be, Tammy, without music? Patriotic music.
Patriotic music. I think we have another moment here to recognize our sponsors. Of course, the County of Los Angeles, a sponsor for us today, and the American Legion Post 507 Riders. Here we have the Canyon High School Cheer. Canyon High School Cheer is excited to be part of this year's parade. This is the second year that they've participated. They say they'd like to salute our heroes with a cheer. We wouldn't be here without you. Canyon Country in full force out here today, Fred.
That's right. Not only as entrance, but the fans, shouting support to all their pals in the parade today.
You know, even though Santa Clarita Valley has grown so much, we are still just a small town, Fred, with great small town values and great community spirit like this. Coming up here, we have the Democratic Alliance for Action. The Democratic Alliance for Action honors all working people in the United States as heroes because they are the backbone of our communities and our nation. The Democratic Alliance for Action also honors all the volunteers who work with nonprofit groups to help those in need. They're our heroes too. The Democratic Alliance meetings are held on the fourth Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. at Vincenzo's Pizza on Lyons Avenue in Newhall. All Democrats are welcome. So it sounds like we have Ray Tippett on the parade route. Let's go see what Ray from Circle of Hope has to say.
Switching to Ray.
Yeah, Tammy, that's right. We've got the Pope of Hope, Rick Tippett from Circle of Hope. Why do you feel like it's important for the community to come out and participate in this event today?
Oh, you know what? It's America's birthday, and we all need to be together and be proud of where we are and what we're doing and who we are. So, where else? Why wouldn't I be here? You know?
What's your favorite part of the parade so far?
Seeing you guys. Actually, you know, having Tammy and everybody in SCV TV doing an amazing job. I've seen all of our dignitaries out here and our bands and all this. I mean, it's just, it's all good. It is all good. So, I'm enjoying every minute of it. Wouldn't be anywhere else.
Okay, back to you, Tammy and Fred.
Thanks, Ray. Nice to see you. Happy 4th of July to you. Here we have Rockin' Acapella. Rockin' Acapella is an acapella performance group specializing in pop, rock, music theater, and patriotic pieces. Performers are from 8 to 18 years of age, and they deliver a full harmonic sound with as few as 4 performers, as many as 30. You can check them out at rockinacapella.com. Wow, it's so beautiful, huh, Fred?
That is just moving.
I don't know what it is about that, but it just puts a lump right in my throat.
I know. That'll bring your emotions right to your throat.
Makes me want to stand, put my hand over my heart. That's beautiful.
That's a great entry.
Now we're seeing Deanna Rivetti, the superwoman of real estate. She goes leaps and bounds above all for both buyers and sellers in the Santa Clarita and has for the last 15 years. Deanna says if you'd like to sell your home at top dollar or buy your dream home, the superwoman of real estate will go above and beyond to make that happen for you. And I happen to know from her Facebook page that Valencia BMW donated that card for her today to write in. That was awfully nice of them.
How about the BMW? BMW or the 56 Chevrolet pickup?
I got to go with the 56 Chevy.
You are sticking with it.
Here we have Bud Malkus and his daughter Megan and their classic Pontiac Catalina hardtop, 1956. Blowing some bubbles out there for us. We're looking here at Headington Media Group. Float features their childhood heroes from Star Wars Galactic Empire, Darth Vader. Headington Media Group is a full-service communications firm specializing in public relations, government affairs, branding, and messaging. Riding in the parade today is founder Edward Headington, partner Devin Cormier, and their rescued terrier, Poppy June. And here we're looking at entry 314, Mike Morrison. Mike Morrison is behind the wheel of his 1929 Ford Woody, built from the frame up, and he's ready for the beach. Riding along is the car's owner, Scott Isaacson.
Fred wants to introduce his grandson.
That's a pretty cool little Woody there. Here we're looking at P-Flag. Parents, families, and friends of lesbians and gays and his national nonprofit organization. Our goal is to support the families and friends of lesbian, gay, and transgender people. Their meetings are open on the fourth Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. The car today is a 1949 Buick Special Fireball 8 designed by Harvey Earl.
Tammy, all that noise that you hear is my grandson, Hunter, off camera here.
I see him. He's so cute.
He wanted to be on television today until right at the last second.
Of course. Hi,
Too
Hunter.
much technology today.
He doesn't.
Bring Hunter in here.
And who's with Hunter? Who's holding Hunter?
Say hi.
Can you wave, Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter, say hi to everyone. Happy 4th of July.
No. He
Yeah.
says.
My grandson's name is Hunter. Imagine that. Thank you, Dan.
Here we're looking at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, located at 24901 Orchard Village Road in Valencia, presents their Bell Ringer Choir. They want to remind you that you're welcome.
I was an acolyte. My brother and I were first acolytes at St. Stephen's.
Really?
People up here, Episcopalians up here, used to have to go to St. Simon's in San Fernando until my mom and a few of her friends started St. Stephen's over there.
There's not many things your mom didn't start.
Well, there was only like 9 volunteers in those days, so.
Still looking at some St. Stephen's entries here. Veterans, St. Stephen's.
I wanted to run around these places, that's why I did that first.
Reverend Kelly O'Donnell.
Yeah, we call it the old road today, but that's how we used to get to the San Fernando Valley where a lot of stuff was. I mean, it sounds funny today calling it the old road when it was the major north-south artery at the time.
Got the Republican Cup of Santa Clarita. Early in the Revolutionary War, General George Washington's forces had dwindled to 2,500 men. Morale was low, food was scarce, and 1/3 of its soldiers had no boots. The entire revolution might have collapsed under a less capable leader. We also had Girl Scout Troop 3012 went by there. Prayer Angels for the Military, Vietnam Veterans of America.
Yeah, this is an entry that always kind of special to me. It's wonderful to see all the support that our troops get today. But we need to remember that wasn't always true, and the young men that came back from Vietnam didn't enjoy that so much. Very, very moving entry.
I think now's a good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have more great stuff for you.
Hi, I'm Dan Sturkle, General Manager of Nissan Valencia. I'm the all-new Dan Sturkle. Since that last commercial, I've lost over 99 pounds. What better way to celebrate than, you guessed it, $99 down delivers. Interested in the all-new redesigned 2014 Nissan Rogue? How about the all-new 2014 Versa Note with up to 40 miles to the gallon? Take one home today for only $99 down. Credit issues? Who gives a hoot? Not our banks. And with our great low prices, you can get into the vehicle you want with only $99 down. So what are you waiting for? Go to nissanofvalencia.com.
A lot has changed since 1887, but in Santa Clarita, one thing has remained the same. For more than 125 years, the Saugus Cafe has served up fresh potatoes, homemade gravy, delicious hollandaise sauce, and the best chili in town. We're family owned and operated, and here you'll be treated like family too. Come in for dinner, where 3-course meals start under $11. While you're here, enjoy a cold beer or a classic cocktail from our bar. Come enjoy the nostalgia, great food, and the camaraderie. The Saugus Cafe. It only gets better with age.
What can you do with $10 a month? Buy a ticket to the movies? No snacks. Or you can help feed and house the homeless in Santa Clarita. We're looking for friends of Bridge to Home, big and small, to bring food, shelter, medical and dental care, and job assistance for our neighbors who've fallen on tough times. Friends of Bridge to Home. To get our Santa Clarita shelter from 105 days a year to a full 365, join the Friends of Bridge to Home. Go to btohome.com for more information.
The Santa Clarita 4th of July Parade is brought to you by SCB-TV, the City of Santa Clarita, the Walt Disney Company, Valencia Auto Center, Global Protective Services, and the Saugus Cafe.
Welcome back, and we're here looking at the Prayer Angels for the military. The Prayer Angels for the military entry is led by Santa Clarita Valley Vietnam veterans. We honor over 58,000 veterans whose names are etched into the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall. And as always, our deepest gratitude goes out to all our veterans. Haley spoke with Nick Callis earlier today. Let's hear what Nick had to say.
Thanks, Fred and Tammy. So what is your favorite part about the parade?
The pride, the American pride, is you can't kill it. And we lost a lot of people in all the wars, and what makes these guys show up, not just the Vietnam veterans, we've got the veterans from every single war ever. Well, World War II is about the oldest we'll have now, but it's the pride of the country, proud to be an American, proud to be a veteran, and every one of these guys gave a lot. Some of them gave it all, so we're just proud, and that's the key buzzword for all of us. We're proud to be here.
And how many years have you been doing this?
We've been a group since 1988. We were the first federally chartered group by Congress to do what we do, and we've been doing it consistently since 1988, without exception, and we do not just parades. Probably the most important thing we do is give honor and service to fallen veterans, whether it be during the war, after the war, or from a disease contracted at the war areas. And we carry the colors, again, with pride and show respect for our deceased brothers and sisters.
Okay, back to you, Fred and Tammy.
Thank you, Haley.
That's fun, isn't it? We have the director, talking in our ear, and we're trying to listen to Lee Greenwood.
I know,
How
right?
about that?
You can't not listen to God Bless the USA.
Right.
Coming up, we've got employer support for Guard and Reserve. Well, no, it looks like we have the American Legion. Yeah. We did have the employer support for Guard and Reserve go by. Our nation's National Guard and Reserve citizens warriors cannot defend and protect us at home and abroad without the continued promise of meaningful civilian employment for themselves and their families. Now we're looking at the American Legion Post 507. From the American Legion Post 507 in Newhall, here's the Commander Tootsie Imperial and other Legion members. They invite you to join them at the post on Spruce Street right next to the library in downtown Newhall for free hot dogs and hamburgers after the parade. But of course, this will probably air after that.
That's right, Tammy.
Next year, remember that.
And next year right now we have a parade within a parade, don't we?
So here we come up with our Miss SCV pageant. I know the pageant was just held a couple weeks ago. The Miss Santa Clarita Valley Scholarship Program was established in 1980. Miss Santa Clarita Valley, Genevieve Kaliha. I think we're looking at Superior Queen Pamela Campo. We got some revving of some engines here. There we have Miss Santa Clarita Valley, Ellen Como, also the owner of Ballacor, new fitness studio here in Santa Clarita Valley, and such an amazing woman. Her son serves in the United States Navy, so I know today is special for her. Miss SCV Royal Duchess, Oriana John. Here we have Miss Teen Santa Clarita Valley, Sarah Raffi. Hope I'm saying your last name right, Sarah. You know, Fred, they do a lot of volunteering through the year, these ladies. It's not just about just a pageant, it's about volunteering and giving back to the community. And they're at nonprofit function you can think of. They're there selling raffle tickets and really earning their crowns.
Welcoming people to community events.
Yeah. We've got Junior Miss Santa Clarita Valley, Jessica Judy. Little Miss SCV and Princess Mini SCV, Madison Steers, Sydney Smith, and Genevieve Rosali.
And we see as we look at them, Tammy, they're all well coached in the parade wave, aren't
They
they?
certainly
Isn't
are.
that nice?
They are not even breaking. We have Mrs., Miss, and Miss SCV Royal Princesses, Terry Horde, Dana Hardy, Emily Challey. Miss SCV Princesses, Brittany Dubron, Yvette Sanchez. I also had Kaylee Fernandez, Christina Arispe. And they just keep coming, Fred.
That's right. You know, Tammy, I'm starting to think that maybe they're just going in a big circle. Have we seen any of these folks before?
We also had Hannah Marie Scott, Emily Hollenbach, and Erica Mamiya. And on this last car here, we have Junior Miss SCV Princesses Bree Pluma, Madison King, and Dayanara Meza.
This next entry, Tammy, Jerry Salinas. Jerry and I went to grammar school together at Saugus Elementary School. Salinas is a long-time Santa Clarita family. In the broader family, part of them have been here maybe 1,000 years. And so great to see Jerry Salinas.
Been a resident since 1951. Is that when Saugus School was over there where IHOP is now on Railroad?
That's right. That's
the old school grounds. Driving his 1963 tractor truck. That's a beauty, isn't it? Next we have OLPH Church and School, Our Lady Perpetual Help Church and School, offering the only Catholic school in Santa Clarita Valley. On the trailer is a bell tower that will be atop the new church, surrounded by OLPH students in their uniforms representing their church and school. Another great thing that OLPH does is the barbecue that they do every September. Is another staple of Santa Clarita Valley. Anybody and everybody goes there.
Yeah, the Catholic barbecue, as it's famously called, has been an institution for a long time.
Thank you. We're getting suckers here, Fred. Thanks, guys. You know, they have the best pit meat there at that barbecue in September. Now we're looking at the Domestic Violence Center. As we know, domestic violence is not a fairy tale. Over the past 30 years, the Domestic Violence Center of Santa Clarita has offered hope and support to over 10,000 victims of intimate partner violence. Thousands of lives have been saved by the Domestic Violence Center, and thousands of families now have lives free from domestic violence.
Yeah, Tammy, they do a terrific job at a time when people are really distressed and just need some stability, and the Domestic Violence Center provides that. They just do a great job for our community.
It's a safe haven in a time when you feel like you have no safety. We thank Domestic Violence Center for all they do for our valley. Next up, we have the San Fernando Valley Marine Corps Detail 1277. The San Fernando Valley Detachment number 1277 of the Marine Corps League is an organization made up of honorably discharged Marines and Navy FMF corpsmen that were dedicated to preserving the traditions and promoting the interest of the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah, we're having, we had a little breeze come up that was
We
kind of
did.
welcome, except for it's just blowing our paperwork around.
Blowing everything everywhere.
So we're inventing some entry commentary here as we scramble to recover all this written material.
I guess next year we'll have to memorize everything. Now we're looking at the SCV Corvette Club. What a neat club, Fred, right?
Yeah, these are.
I believe there's 20 cars in this entry.
I might leave this pickup and pick one of these out. Several $100,000 worth of Corvettes.
Yes. The Corvette was the first and last car with a true wraparound windshield. I don't know what I think is neater, the older Corvettes or the newer ones.
I'll take the old ones. They're
Yeah.
great. The newer ones are wonderful cars, but you know the old ones are they're just soulful looking cars.
Corvettes have been assembled in 3 different cities: Flint, Michigan, St. Louis, Missouri, and Bowling Green, Kentucky.
That's what we like to say. I almost bought a Corvette one time. Well, actually, I drove by the dealership.
I think if you're going to ride in the parade, that's the way to go.
That would be pretty stylish for sure.
Got some more Corvettes hamming it up for the judges.
Hamming it up.
Next, we're looking at Global Goals. Global Goals is an organization that gives money to impoverished countries and communities to build soccer fields and introduce soccer programs for kids all over the United States and the world. Global Goals and Soccer Shots believe that through character development while playing sports, our community can have stronger youth beyond the game of soccer. For every child that registers in Soccer Shots, money is donated to Global Goals and children get the amazing opportunity to play the world's most popular sport. And here we have sports clips. At Sport Clips, you're an MVP. Get a sports clip haircut. Locations in Saugus, Canyon Country, and Valencia. You'll never be far away from getting a great haircut. Now, Fred, you might want to try their signature service. It's a relaxing scalp massage with a steamed face towel and a neck and shoulder massage. How's that sound?
Well, as I listen to you describe that, I'm wondering if they're open today. Ready to go up there right now.
Here we have Gym Cheer USA. This is Gym Cheer USA's 11th year of participating in the 4th of July parade, and they're happy to be here. Gym Cheer USA is the only gym in the Santa Clarita Valley designed just for cheerleaders. Jade spoke with some of the girls earlier. Let's send it over to her.
Hi, I'm Jade Spirit, and what's your name?
My name is Ivani Montez.
And tell me about your organization.
Well, we are Gym Cheer USA, home of the California Flyers.
Cool. And how are you guys going to celebrate 4th of July?
We are celebrating 4th of July. We're coming together as a community and performing and showing all our skills.
Thank you very much and have a happy 4th of July.
Likewise.
H-A-P-P-Y, happy 4th of July! Go SCV!
Thank you, Jade. Now, Fred, cheerleading, you're probably thinking, rah, rah, shish, kumbah, right? That's not what these girls do. I'm sure they have some boys too, but these are highly competitive athletes. I mean, they are flipping and twirling and throwing up in the air. And I'll tell you what, throwing someone up in the air and catching them coming full down, that's an athlete. These girls work very, very hard.
We've watched some of those gymnastic-oriented, cheering competitions.
Let's watch them here.
My youngest was a cheerleader, and she was the smallest of the group, and so she was a flyer. Every time they did that, I just closed my eyes.
It's pretty scary. Of course, my daughters were bases, and I was worried about them coming down on their necks. So it's a lot of work what these girls do. They welcome kids between the ages of 3 and 18 and all levels, from beginning to elite are welcome. Here we have Tony Strickland for Congress. Tony Strickland is running to represent us as our next congressman. Tony, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Tony's been a long-time Republican leader in California and is running for Congress in the seat that will be vacated by retiring Buck McKeon.
Here we have Comfort Keepers. Comfort Keepers provides home care and assistance and other senior services throughout the Santa Clarita Valley. They've earned recognition as a go-to for all you need when it comes to caring for your seniors. You know, it's one of those things that you know, once you need it, you need to know where to go, and Comfort Keepers is a great place to start. And here we have Cub Scout Pack 490. Pack 490 has been around for over 32 years. They meet at Newhall Elementary School, and there's a long list of Pack 490 alumni that have gone on to become Eagle Scouts. Fred, let's send it on over to Haley, who's talking to some folks out here on the parade route.
We're ready.
I'm here with Jesse and Yolanda, some of the most patriotic people on the street today. What's your favorite part of the parade?
Watching the veterans, Vietnam veterans go by and saluting them. Have a lot of friends out here in Santa Clarita. Been out here over 40 years, so it's pretty good for us out here.
And what does 4th of July mean to you?
To me, 4th of July means freedom, and I'm so happy to be here in California.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Haley. People are sure having a great time out there today, Fred. And here we have Canyon Country represented yet again with the Canyon Country Advisory Committee. Canyon Country Advisory Committee sporting their logo, "Together we can make a difference." This group of energetic Santa Clarita volunteers hosts monthly meetings to promote public awareness of local and city issues affecting us all.
Bringing us a little country and western music today.
They sure are. Leave it to Canyon Country, right? And here we have the SCV Senior Center. Need a hero? The SCV Senior Center Brigade to the rescue.
Yeah, the Senior Center continues to be one of the jewels of the Santa Clarita Valley. Do a great job with seniors out there.
At age 93, greatest generation veteran and volunteer Richard Rollclofts leads the brigade of Senior Center Hero Volunteers.
Yeah, Tom Brokaw wrote a great book, World's Greatest Generation, and it is true. That generation brought America out of the Depression and won World War II for democracy, and created one of the most prosperous periods in our nation's history. Greatest generation.
That's pretty impressive that Richard's uniform is still fitting him. Look at that. That's pretty great. I think it's time to take a little break here.
Okay,
Tammy.
Tammy.
Ready for a break?
I'm ready if you're ready.
We'll be right back.
At Global Protective Services, we are leaders in security. Whether you're looking for on-site security, mobile patrols, safety training, or site safety assessments, Global Protective Services is here for you. Our highly trained guards are carefully vetted, screened, and trained by experienced professionals. At Global Protective Services, we have a vested interest in protecting the SCV because this is where we call home. Global Protective Services, doing our part to keep Santa Clarita safe.
Hey, Mike, give me another one.
The cost of one more drink, $4.50. The cost of a DUI, severe fines and loss of freedom. Causing innocent loss of life, unimaginable. The value of acting responsibly,
On second thought, why don't you call me a cab?
priceless. Drinking and driving are not worth the cost. Call a friend or taxi to get home safely.
Let's get started!
Check out Santa's on Main Street each third Thursday of the month from 7 to 11 p.m. in Old Town Newhall.
The Santa Clarita 4th of July Parade is brought to you by AM 1220 KHTS, the Signal newspaper, Embroid Me, Pizza Rev, and AV Equipment Rental.
Welcome back to the Santa Clarita Valley 4th of July Parade. We're now starting our final division, Division 5. Division Marshal David and Nancy Neal. David and Nancy Neal say that patients with cancer are our heroes. Every day, the courage and strength our patients express in their fight is both inspiring and humbling. The support they receive from family and friends is a testament to how much each of our patients touches those around them. There is still a war on cancer, and we appreciate all the help from family and friends to support patients with cancer in their heroic fight. Next up, we have the Santa Clarita Valley YMCA. The Santa Clarita Adventure Guide program has been part of the Santa Clarita Valley for over 20 years. Spend quality time with your child, engage in fun activities and other father-child, mother-child teams. And strengthen and nurture your relationship while empowering your child to take an active role in your community. For more information, call the YMCA on the Adventure Guide program. Great way to get involved with your kids, folks.
That's right, Tammy. You know, just here we are. We talk about it over and over again. And just another great kid organization providing service to kids here in Santa Clarita. It's just what helps make this Santa Clarita to be a special place to live.
Yeah. Now we're looking at Circle of Hope. Circle of Hope is proud to be a nonprofit organization dedicated to having a direct impact on Santa Clarita community. I'm proud to sit on the board of directors for Circle of Hope, so this is very near and dear to my heart. We believe in making a difference today for a brighter future tomorrow. We're celebrating Circle of Hope's 10th anniversary and recent move to include reproductive, prostate, and other cancers. Here you're going to see some of our board members, Jill Bondi, Pam Rippling, Debbie Acker-Zolnowski, and survivor Barbara Myler. Most importantly, don't forget to mark your calendars August 16th at Cal Arts as Circle of Hope's Vine to Wine Classic. There are the ladies giving us a wave, blowing us some kisses. What a great, great organization. We've got Haley out there on the parade route talking to more people. Haley, what's going on out there?
Thanks, guys. What are your guys' names?
I'm Jackie.
I'm Daniel.
And where are you guys from?
We're from Canyon Country.
And how many years have you guys been coming to this parade?
This is actually our first year.
Really? What's your favorite part so far?
Well, she's really loved running across and grabbing flags and anything that's been thrown, so that's been fun.
Did you guys just move into the area?
I'm originally from New York, but he's originally from Burbank, and we've been living in this area for about 4 years.
And this is your first time. Where did you guys go previously?
Nowhere.
And my last question would have to be, what does the 4th of July mean to you?
It's a celebration, and it's exciting, and I was telling her it's America's birthday, so it's just really just celebrating and coming together as a community.
All right, thanks guys, back to you. Okay, who's excited? It's 4th of July. Can I have everybody say, Happy birthday, America? Happy birthday, America!
Thanks, Haley. Let's come throw it on over here to the Cub Scouts Pack 575.
You know, the Cub Scouts are a growing organization when When I was a kid here, the pack numbers were just 2 numbers. Now there are 3. That's a good sign.
That's a really good sign. Club Scout Pack 575 is a year-round pack from Saugus, and they participate in this event every year. They consist of 47 scouts from several of the elementary schools in Saugus and Valencia. The scouts range in age from 1st through 5th grade. Each year, the boys fish, hike, camp, build bottle rockets, and pine wood derby cars. Now we're looking at parade entry coming up here, saluting all veterans. After World War II, some of these Jeeps came back, as did some of the veterans. This is one of those Jeeps being driven by Ray Schultz of the United States Marine Corps. They have been in more than 25 4th of July parades, all in Newhall. Let's give them a big wave. Next up, we have St. Kateri. Oh, I mess this one up all the time, and I even belong there, Fred. Katekawitha. They're here today to honor their heroes. Riding on their float are Captain Christopher Fields of the U.S. Army, who served 2 tours in Iraq and was awarded the Bronze Star, and Sergeant Jonathan Morita of the U.S. Army, who served 2 tours, 1 in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan, and was awarded the Purple Heart. True heroes here, Fred.
True heroes.
Very nice of St. Kateri Tekakawitha to bring them out.
I thought you did really well with that. I was kind of worried you were going to turn to me for help. And
thank you. Sorry, had to yell a little thank you for their service there in the mic. Should always thank your veterans, folks.
St. Kateri Tekakawitha of Santa Clarita, St. Kateri.
St. Kateri is out in full force here.
well, we've seen more classic Thunderbirds today than maybe in any parade ever, Tammy. Here's another one.
Another Thunderbird. Here we have the Trail Crew. Trail Crew is a nonprofit volunteer group of off-road enthusiasts from all over Southern California. Members participate in all types of off-roading, from expedition style to hardcore rock crawling. That sounds like your kind of thing, hardcore rock crawling, Fred.
Yeah. I wish I had something as nice as that to do that with.
Trail Crew are members of the Toyota Land Cruiser Association and the Cal 4-Wheel. They are currently the caretakers of the U.S. Forest Service Lookout Trail at the local Rower Flats off-highway vehicle area. Their mission is to keep trails clean, safe, and open for public use and recreation. You can check them out online and on Facebook. Here we are looking at Santa Clarita Adult Health Care Center. The Santa Clarita Adult Day Health Care, the only state-licensed adult day health care facility in the Santa Clarita Valley. They are a nonprofit organization serving adults with physical impairments and offer medical, social, rehabilitation, and recreational activities. They are located on Calgrove Boulevard off the 5 freeway. You can call or visit them for a free tour. And I'm hearing them cheering. They're chanting, Saugus, Saugus, Saugus High ASB.
That's right.
The Saugus High Associated Student Body, they say they bleed blue.
Let's see if they can outdo the Canyon High group that came by. Sounds like they have a good start on it, huh?
Yes, they sure do. Love to see the school pride from these schools. I'd like to see all the schools out here next year.
When I went to school here, Tammy, there was one high school, 7 through 12, and 4 grammar schools. So you were at Hart High School for 6 years. I used to tell people I went to Hart for 6 years because my junior year was the happiest 3 years of my life. It's grown a lot since then.
There they are, proud to be an American and a Centurion. That's pretty cool. Here we've got the Santa Clarita Valley Bicycle Coalition. Formed in March, the Santa Clarita Valley Bicycle Coalition, the newest chapter of the Los Angeles County Bicycle Coalition, strives to bring together the cycling community in order to make the Santa Clarita Valley a more fun, safe, and bike-able place to live. The coalition welcomes all types of bicycle riders and styles of riding: road, mountain, commuter, and recreational. The Santa Clarita Valley Bike Coalition invites you to join and ride with them. Well, it looks like we've got Santa coming, and we're going to toss it on over to Jade, who got to catch up with Santa a little bit earlier. Thanks, Jade, and thanks, Santa. You know, what's a 4th of July parade without Santa, Fred?
That's what I thought. I mean, how could we do this without Chris Kringles to help us out?
Here's
and
Santa's
I think it
turbo
really
sleigh.
is.
It really is Santa. Santa's Turbo Sleigh features a state-of-the-art sound system with 14 speakers and 2,500 watts of power.
There's just something about watching Santa go by in his Tommy Bahama shorts that makes it a special occasion. Huh?
Absolutely. Here we have Walgreens. With more than 8,000 stores in all 50 states and communities across America, Walgreens has become an industry leader and a household name. Walgreens is your trusted advisor and convenient provider of innovative pharmacy, health, and wellness solutions. Walgreens at the corner of happy and healthy. See how they did that? It's kind of cute, right?
I like it.
At the corner of happy and healthy. You know, you can go into these Walgreens now and get your immunization shots, and it's not, you don't have to go and wait forever in line at your doctor's office anymore. I love that. I think it was brilliant that they came up with doing that.
Yeah, very convenient.
Is that the end? Are we done? Walgreens wrapped it up, huh?
Yeah, we looked on our list and saw one more float, and we looked down the street, and all we saw was people, huh?
All we saw was people, yeah. Fred, let's take a look at all the judges that have a very tough decision to make today.
Yeah, everyone is, you know, starting to head for the cars and stuff, except for the judges, who are still assembling their
ballots.
Analysis, thank you, you know, of these really great entries, really tough to do, to pick. And the judges have a hardest job. We have easy jobs.
We have
this
easy
is fun.
jobs.
The judges have
I
the
think
hardest
they're all
job.
winners.
Yeah.
They're all winners.
Thank you, judges.
Let's give a quick little shout out to the rest of our sponsors, Fred. Let's thank SCV TV, of course. It works tirelessly. Leon Warden, Megan Perez, Mike Mazzetti, Dave Caldwell, Susan Shapiro, Fred Trueblood, and Tammy Edwards. City of Santa Clarita, the Walt Disney Company, Valencia Auto Center, Signal Multimedia, KHTS AM 1220, Embroid Me, Pizza Rev, Saugus Cafe, American Medical Response, Santa Clarita Amateur Radio Club, and Bill Hart District Boy Scouts, and the Hart District ROTC.
Yeah, folks, you viewers, you know, remember to thank these sponsors, because without them it would be virtually impossible to bring this to you today and, you know, throughout the next year for those who like to watch it over and over again. We couldn't do this without our sponsors, and I couldn't do this without you.
And I couldn't do it without you.
You've been terrific, Tammy. You did a great job today.
Thank you. Like I said, they pulled out the old timers today for you. That's it. Don't forget to watch the fireworks tonight at Westfield Town Center. Great fireworks display there, and I think I'll be out there. And everybody have a safe and wonderful 4th of July. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Tammy.
See you next year.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen.